Can you guys hear me now? Are we back? We good now? Let me know. Can y'all hear me now? We good now? Can everybody hear me? Yeah, we back. All right, good, man. Good. I apologize about that, everybody. Yeah, all right, back. Apologize about that, everybody. We are back in the mix, midday madness. Hope everybody is doing good, man. Y'all already know what time it is, boy. This is your boy, Big Waves in the building. And welcome to Life is Just a Wave podcast, man, where we bringing you all Panther content, sporting content, stuff that's going on around the world, man. Y'all already know how we do it over here. Shout out to the whole Panther Nation, man. Shout out to all of my surfers out there. Y'all already know, man. Make sure y'all pull up to the channel. We talking our shit. It's time to pop our shit. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We'll have a lot of different people pull up to the panel today. Y'all already know where it is, man. So if you at work right now, man, you on your lunch break, you taking your quick 15, whatever it is, man, make sure to tune in. Y'all already know, tell your sisters, your mamas, your baby daddies, cousins, mothers, friends, daughters, wife. Y'all let everybody know, man, that we live right now, man. Pull on up to the channel. Hey, listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Y'all already know how we do it over here on Life is Just a Wave podcast, man. I'm going to go ahead and drop that link out there for some of my people to pull up here in just a sec. Hey, but guys, we got a lot of topics to cover today, man. Some of the topics that we're going to call up with, we're going to cover some topics that's going on around the league before we drop the Panther content here in just a second. Tyreek Hill came out and said that he's going to be retiring after the 2025 season. Do we believe that or not? Also, bold predictions for this upcoming season for the Carolina Panthers. Who's going to be the breakout star on offense? Who's going to be the breakout star on defense? Also, what are the Panthers thinking at number 39? We only have 6 picks this year. So is the number 39 pick more important than the number 1 overall pick? We also going to be talking about new changes coming for the Panthers uniforms. There were original reports reported out there that the Panthers will be getting brand new uniforms. Now it seems like that's not so true. We're going to get into that. And also, Cam Newton came out with some bold comments yesterday about his future in the NFL. So a lot of shit to talk about today, man. So make sure y'all buckle in. Y'all already know what time it is. Life is Just a Wave podcast. We here. We in the building. Shout out to all my surfers out there. Hey, look, man, look. There's one big accomplishment, man, that I want to talk about here on the channel, man. I have a short that is out on my channel, y'all, and it is approaching 15,000 views, man. Y'all don't understand, like, how your boy feel about that, man. I am so appreciative for everybody, man, that has supported that, got that short going crazy, helping me with my channel, growing it, getting closer to the monetization of this channel. But the short on the Angel Reed stuff is going bananas. 15K views, man, is a record for your boy. Well past a record. I've never had any video surpass that amount. Short, live, pre-record. So to have that get to that amount, man, it is completely a blessing. I'm so thankful for that, man. And y'all continue to help run your boy up, man. Y'all know how we doing it, man. Y'all make sure to help the surfer get to where he need to be. We bring you that content. Who bringing you better Panther content than your boy Big Waves in the building? Because I'm going to keep it real. A lot of these other Panther content creators, they like to cap for y'all, and I ain't going to cap for y'all asses, okay? I love you to death. Love the support, man. I love, everything that you guys have been doing as Panther fans, but I am not going to cap for the Panther fans. I'm going to keep it real. I've kept it real since day one, and I'm going to continue to keep it a stack on that ass, man. So let's go ahead and get into it, man, with my opening remarks, man. Like I said, if you're just getting in, man, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you have not done so, we are on the road to 800. Looks like we're going to be hitting 800 here really soon, man. But the ultimate goal is to get to that 1K, baby. We trying to get to that 1K. Midday Madness in the fucking mix with your host from the most with the East Coast. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let me throw this link. I'm excited today, y'all. I am going to be going on vacation. Going to be going on vacation here literally tomorrow, man. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm in a good mood today, man. I'm in a really good mood today. The StreamYard link is posted in the comment section, man. For anybody that want to pull up on your boy, y'all go ahead and drop that link, man, and we're going to talk about it. But let me go ahead and get into these opening statements, man. It's been really quiet around the Carolina Panthers BOA Stadium. Obviously, we are officially 3 weeks away from the draft, and that is very, very exciting, right? No real big free agent moves. Obviously, we signed a linebacker 2 days ago, but I announced that on the last live. And no really big news come out. Obviously, the Panthers are going to be hosting all of these upcoming free agent prospects on visits. Looks like they have all 4 quarterbacks that will be coming to visit the Carolina Panthers here over the next couple of weeks up until the draft. All signs are still pointing to CJ Stroud. Wavez, what you think about ESPN Chris Mortensen saying his sources are saying Bryce Young is the pick for the Panthers? He said it yesterday on Mock Draft with Todd McShay and Mel Kiper. Hey, listen, Chris Mortensen, he has some pretty good, reliable sources. I would not be surprised if the Panthers did pick Bryce Young. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all, but I wouldn't be upset with it either. But the majority of everybody is saying that it's looking like it's going to be CJ Stroud. A lot of the Panther insiders are still reporting that CJ Stroud still has the lead on this job. Will I be surprised if the Panthers did go Bryce Young? I would not be surprised by that whatsoever, Mighty Mike. I think it's 100% a smokescreen. You're going to hear all different type of stuff come out. But until the draft night, we're really not going to truly know who the Panthers are going to take. Probably maybe 2 to 3 days beforehand, we'll probably have a clear picture. But if you're asking me, I think it's still CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud still has the lead on the Panthers job going forward. So, yeah. But with that being said, a couple of, things have come out, small stuff to say the least, but some of the big thing is regard the Panthers uniform changes that are coming out. So y'all see that originally it was reported that the Panthers are going to be going under major uniform transformations. And then it came out and said, well, part of that original article that came out said that the Panthers were going to be dropping the silver from their uniform, making other changes, with other, different parts of the uniform. But then it came out that it was reported that really the major thing that the Panthers are going to be changing in regards to the uniform is the type of blue. And if you want to see the type of blue that Carolina is going to be going to, please go to my comment section, guys. I have a whole post up there about it, about what they're going to do with the uniforms. They're just going to go to a darker blue. They said that they wanted the uniforms to match what it looks like in the end zones at BOA Stadium. Before, they said Nike did not have a blue that was compatible to what the Carolina Panthers blue is. So they gave them a lighter version. Now, years later, they've come out with a blue that is more comparable to what the Panthers need. So they are going to be going to a darker blue on that. Now, it's hard to really believe any of these uniform type, news that comes out, until we actually see what one of these uniforms are going to look like. And we probably won't get an idea of what it's going to look like until draft night. Whatever jersey that first quarterback is holding up, it's probably going to be what the Panthers jersey is going to be for this season, right? I don't think any major changes are coming to the Panthers jersey at all. I just don't see them making a whole revamp of the uniforms, even though I would love it because it seems like we've been playing with the same uniforms for years. But again, I don't see them making like a complete overhaul to the Panthers uniforms. I would love to see us have some all silver uniforms. I think some all silver uniforms would be completely dope. I would love to see the Panthers go to all black uniforms with just the blue, no silver in it whatsoever. And I also would like to see them go to that black and white. If you guys remember, I think it was the first game of the season or a couple games of the season, we went to the black and white logo midfield. Black and white logo midfield. I would love to see some design uniforms inspired by that Panthers black and white logo that we debuted last season. I would love to see some uniforms that would be inspired by that. Maybe some black and white uniforms there. Maybe all white with just that black logo on the helmet, a white helmet with that black logo on it. I would love to see that. Would be very, very attractive for the Panthers. So again, I would love to see some major changes coming, but I don't think the changes are going to be as major as everybody hyped them up to be. And I know you guys have seen the reports, other Panther YouTubers and other Panther, content creators were really hyping up that news about the changes coming. But it also came out that the Panthers will not be making any major renovations to their uniforms coming up for this upcoming season. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there, man. So, yeah. Shout out to everybody, man, that's in the chat. Shout out to Mighty Mike, Agent 704, AJ Brooks. What's good with it, man? Hope everybody is doing well on this Thursday evening, man. Just a heads up for everybody, guys. Like I said, I will be live today, and then after that, I won't be live until next week. Next week is when I'll be going live again. Give me 1 second. All right. Shout out to AJ Brooks. AJ Brooks say if they were smart, they would do the major uniform changes with the new stadium in a few years. Listen, I think they should be doing that. They should be considering major renovations to the Panthers stadium, specifically because we have one of the older stadiums in the league. When you're talking about the age of our stadium, the Panther Stadium is definitely one of the older stadiums. Definitely could use a renovation. Definitely could use a new stadium. I would love to see the Panthers have a dome stadium, something that they can, play indoors with. Maybe something that, like how the new modern stadiums are, where it can open up, close at the same time. But definitely it's time for some change. I think with this new era that is coming in with Carolina, with, obviously all of the changes that we've made, the staff, I would love to see the Panthers play with new uniforms, see the Panthers play in a new stadium. Obviously, we need to go back to a grass field, that grassy turf. I'm not a fan of that turf at all. So going back to a grass field to me would be ideal coming up for this new season. But new uniforms should definitely happen. I think that the Panthers need to make that a priority, actually. With brand new uniforms that's coming out. Heard the Arizona Cardinals are changing their uniforms again. We can't have a Super Bowl without a dome, and we'll need one in a few years with our new QB. Honestly, I really think so, man. But I think it's going to take, in order for us to really get a new stadium, man, I think it's going to take more winning. We're going to have to start winning a lot more. Hence the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, their new stadium is almost complete. So they'll be playing in a new stadium. But once we start winning a lot more, I think we'll really start to see us move into a new stadium down the line. Okay. But what is y'all thoughts on what potential new uniforms would look like, man? What kind of designs do you guys think that the Panthers should go for when we're talking about new uniforms, right? So I'm actually going to try to pull up, man, some mock examples of what some new uniforms could potentially look like for the Panthers going forward. And I really want to know what you guys think about those, man. It's a lot of people that have gotten creative with the Carolina Panthers, in their uniforms and creating new uniforms. So I think I'm going to pull up some of those, man, to see exactly what ideas and stuff that you guys like. So give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to pull those up here in just a second. Shout out to everybody, man, that's pulling up to the channel. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Midday Madness in the mix. We are live. Life is Just a Wave podcast. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Shout out to everybody, man. We about to look at a couple Carolina Panther uniform concepts with the news that the Panthers are making some pretty changes. Well, not significant changes to the uniforms, but going to be changes coming to the blue. They said that the blue is going to be a lot darker. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to share my screen and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Just a couple of different concepts that they have out here on Google, and I want to know what you guys think. Poppin', what's good, bro? What's good, Poppin', man? I ain't heard from you in a minute, bro. How you living? How you living, man? Let me share my screen. And we're going to go take a look at a couple of these concepts that they have out here. All right. It's taking so long for this thing to share. Good, busy. That's what's good, bro. That's what's good, man. Shit, pull up if you want to pull up. Always welcome over here, dog. Can y'all see my screen? My computer's going so slow. Can everybody see my screen, though? There we go. All right, now everybody can see it. All right, so these are just a couple concepts, man, that has been going on that people have come up with, and some of these like are dope. Like I really think that some of these are dope, man. Like this DJ Moore concept right here. This shit is fire. Like I love this idea. You can see here they've taken away the silver. They went to a blue face mask. I love the font on this too. I love the stripes going down the side. I love this. This is dope. This is fire. I love this. This is fire. This right here is really fire. Let's go take a look at a couple other ones. Man, my computer is going. I'm on my backup laptop, and this shit is trash. This shit is going so slow. It is crazy. Wiley, pull up to the channel, man. Pull up, Wiley. Pull up, Wiley. Shout out to everybody that's there. Pull up to the channel. The link is out, man. Scroll up. I'm about to bring Big Bro on here. Doesn't really do it for me. Shout out to Wiley, man. All the way from Germany. Y'all already know what time it is. We got Big Bro here in the mix. Big Bro, what's good? We got Wiley here in the building as well.
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Taking a look at these Panther concept uniforms.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
new ideas for Panthers. Now, this shit right here is fire, too.
Can you hear me?
I like this right here as well.
Waves, can you hear me?
White helmets.
Hello.
This white helmet, I like this white helmet, white pants, blue jersey, but that white helmet is fucking fire. That white helmet is dope. What y'all think about this concept right here? This white helmet. Big Bro, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
What about now?
Yo, we having some technical difficulties, man. This computer is acting up, guys. Everybody be patient, man. We trying to get everything back together. Computer is freezing up. Can everybody still hear me? All right, everybody can. All right, cool. All right, we good? Man, my computer is freezing. What is going on, man? Oh, Lord, technical difficulties. We got popping in the building. Big bruh, unmute your microphone. You got to unmute your microphone.
Yo, can you hear me?
You got Wally in the building, popping in the building. What's good, fellas?
What's up, man?
The uniforms looking tight.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I like them.
Every year you getting better.
Yo, Wally, you there, fam?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Popping, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can't hear nobody, man. What the fuck is going on? What is going on?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bruh. So y'all can hear everybody, but I can't hear everybody, man. Hold on. This shit is
Wally, can you hear me?
crazy.
Yeah, I can hear you, Poppy. Go ahead, man.
I can't hear nobody.
Oh, word. Panther Germany in the house.
Already, baby.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Wally?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Yeah. We've been able to hear you.
Popping.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can't hear Popping, though. If Popping saying something, can y'all hear Popping?
Yeah, I can hear Popping. I hear him loud and clear.
I can hear you, Wally, but I can't hear him. What the hell?
I don't know how that is even possible.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Man.
I heard the brother loud and clear, too.
Southern Mafia.
Let me try to add him back up, man, to see what, something going on with my computer, man. It's hating on me today, Wally.
That's that Southern Mafia.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, big bro.
Okay. I don't know what happened. What's going on?
I can hear you on Wally, but I can't hear Poppin' at all.
This is weird.
Can you hear me?
That shit weird, man. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna drop out.
I have no idea what's going on with my computer, man. I can't wait till I get my normal laptop together, because this backup laptop is trash. It really is. What's going on, fellas, man? How y'all living today?
Living, man, living.
Good.
Yeah, I'm sitting here stuck in Turkey.
Turkey? Oh, you say you stuck in Turkey?
Yeah.
What you doing out there, man?
Work, man. I had to work for the week in Turkey, and then I guess they have a storm between Germany and Turkey, so I'm stuck.
Oh, damn, man. Hey, well, I hope you be able to get. So when they say you gonna be able to get back home?
I hopefully fly tomorrow morning. So I guess I'm waiting on an airport transfer to a hotel.
Okay, all right, cool. So what they gonna take you by helicopter to the hotel?
No.
I'm about to say, damn, man, you balling.
I wish I was balling like that.
Hey,
yo.
Poppin', what's good, man?
There you go.
What's good? How y'all doing, man? Everybody.
Doing good, boy. I ain't heard from your ass in a minute, man. How you living?
Good.
Man, I'm trying to be like you.
Hey, bro, we've been over here working, man. Hey, we got a lot of topics to talk about today, man. I'm glad that we got the panel here. Hey, look, it's finally time to get into it. We got Wally up here, man. We got Poppin' up here. We got Big Bro up here, man. We talk about a lot. Got a lot of topics that we need to cover. First, I want to get on to some topics, man, that's going on around the NFL before we dive into the Panther content. First, man, what are y'all thoughts, man, on Cam Newton's statements that he made yesterday, man? He came out with a list of quarterbacks that he said that he would be willing to back up in the NFL right now, man, kind of retracting his statements about him being, better than not 32 quarterbacks being better than him. Don't know if y'all had a chance to take a look at it yet, man, but he basically came out and said that there's like 15 quarterbacks that he would be willing to back up. And surprisingly, majority of them were all black. But he did say Josh Allen and, Patrick Mahomes and so on and so forth. So what y'all thoughts on Cam Newton saying that?
Yeah, so I seen that article this morning. I think he had to go back and say that because his first statement that he came out with that it wasn't 32 quarterbacks better than him. You know, kind of may have rubbed people the wrong way for whatever reason. Especially organizations that are maybe in the line up for a backup quarterback. But this is the first time that Cam has came out and said he's willing to take a backup role. I think we talked about this before last week that have Cam, come out and said that he's willing to take a backup role at this point. Because to me, I don't think um, at this point in his career he can come in and start a full, 17 games, 18 games, whatever. But I do think he could be a valuable backup. So I think him coming out and saying that he will back up, some quarterbacks. I think that he kind of limited himself to teams. For I think the 12 people that he mentioned on the list, he kind of limited like who he willing to back up, which he had some
Right.
rookies there. Bryce and CJ was on there, so obviously Carolina was an option. But I think he limited himself as far as where he wanted to go. If he just wants to play in the league, hey man, I would have came out and said, you know what, I'm just looking for an opportunity, whether it's a backup role or whatever the role may be, and give myself an opportunity to prove myself. I would have came out and said something like that, just to kind of keep my options open, to where if I really just want to continue playing. Now I
Come
understand
on
he
now.
may not. I mean, I think he has a desire to play, but I don't think it may be at the top of the list for him right now. So he only limited himself to those 12 guys because again, you take in it's several other teams out there that still need backups or potentially have backups. So I think, man, him coming out saying that it was a step in the right direction, but it's still not gonna give him a best opportunity to get back in the league, because he limited himself to destinations, right? Now, again, I understand him saying, you know what, I want to come back and play for a contending team or a contending coach. Or, I mean, say that, you know what I'm saying, but don't just say, all right, I'm these 12 teams. That's the only opportunity I'm willing to take. But I mean, again,
Um,
go ahead, White. I'm
I
sorry. Go
got you.
ahead.
I got you, man. Hey, I, I, I think Cam did the right thing because some people he just didn't want to play for. So why would I put on the list somebody I didn't want to play for, then get there and then people talking about I'm pouting? No. If I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna respect the guy in front of me, and the team know I'm gonna respect the guy in front of me, and it's all good. Me, I said Baltimore is the perfect spot for him because why? If old boy sets out, there ain't another backup quarterback or quarterback on the market that's better than Cam. Someone that can come in and take Lamar's place. That the offense don't have to be totally revamped. There you go. That's an opportunity for
So
them and an opportunity for them. Him. Go ahead.
yeah, so look, here go my thing about what Cam said. And he got completely ripped up, man, in the morning media this morning, by the way, too, man. I think that
Yeah,
was a little unfair. They
yeah,
ripped his ass apart, popping this
I,
morning.
I'm about to give it to him myself.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm
I'm
gonna
about,
let
I'm
you.
about, I'm about to give it to him. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get your 2 cents. But I gotta say this, man. I don't think what he did was the right thing to do, right? And because again, man, like coming out with a list is still basically saying that like there are stipulations to you playing the game of football, right? And for a quarterback who's trying to get back in the NFL, because you got to remember, Cam hasn't played in a full season. So if I'm a quarterback trying to get back in the NFL, I wouldn't be coming out on my fucking YouTube channel naming all these quarterbacks that I would potentially want to back up. I wouldn't be doing that, man. My statement would be, guys, I just want to get back in the NFL. Whatever opportunity, that I feel like is a good opportunity for me to come in and back up, granted, wherever it's at, if it fits for the team and it fits for me, I would be willing to come in and be a backup role. And if that is a young quarterback, I would be more than happy to be a mentor and try to help them transition into whatever it is. And if I get my opportunity, then so be it, man. Like the conversation should have been more on the lines of that, because again, Like no team right now needs Cam Newton. Let's keep that. Let's be completely honest with you, right? We could argue all day about who could use Cam Newton, but no team right now needs Cam Newton, right? So, with
No, that's not true.
Wiley, go ahead. Okay, well, hold on. While I'm gonna let Poppin get his part off,
Go ahead,
then
Papa.
I'm gonna come back to you on that, Wiley. But let's be honest, man, and everybody that's watching, what team right now really needs Cam Newton right now in the building? Go ahead, Poppin.
So he started off, you know, really like on point with his conversation. You know what I mean? But as the conversation went on, and then it turned. A reason why I call it a conversation because it turned into like an interview. You know, he had his cameraman ask him questions as if he was sitting on the panel with uh, anybody else. But my thing is that he contradicted himself. You said, "Hey, it's not about my accolades and things of that nature. I want to go somewhere where I can win." But why would you back up somebody like Justin Fields, knowing that you can't get a ring there? So what? So this is when the contradiction comes in, where it's like, okay, he picked certain quarterbacks that he could push them out the way. Maybe not for a long term, but for a certain amount of time because who he is and that fire, that lion that's in him. And it's just like, it kind of pissed me off because I don't understand. You know, when you mentioned Patrick Mahomes, you didn't say you would back up Patrick Mahomes, but wouldn't that be a place that you could help get a ring if he went hurt? Let's say he hurts his ankle again. You could step in and maybe play one or two games,
Right.
or But you said, nah, I wouldn't do that to Patrick Mahomes. That's Patrick. That's his city. So it's like you're willing to step on somebody else and push them out the door when you made bad decisions of where you would play when you had your second or third round, your third chances of trying to get back in the NFL. It didn't go well because you made the wrong decisions. But now you're willing to come in, mentor, aka take somebody's job, and I don't get that.
Got it. So, Wally, back to your ass, right? Because I really want to know what team right now in the NFL really needs Cam Newton.
Baltimore, because they don't have a quarterback.
So
And
you
their
saying
quarterback,
you saying you saying the Ravens?
hold
Wally.
on,
They do have a quarterback. He's under contract for $35 million this year. They got a
he ain't
quarterback.
playing.
Well,
I mean, listen, he could hold out, right? Like
they,
he
they got
could
they
hold
got
out.
they got Tyler Huntley. They don't need Cam.
Now, I think Huntley was a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah,
don't think they re-signed Tyler Huntley.
no, they're not.
He's a restricted free agent.
Okay. So, matter of fact, did Tyler Huntley get picked up by anybody? Somebody
I
take
don't
a look
know.
at that, man.
I,
Where Tyler Huntley? Because I know he was a free agent. And honestly, man, I'll say this about Tyler Huntley, man.
I thought he was
He
still on.
looked pretty good at the damn Pro Bowl.
yeah, okay. I
Yeah, I
can
thought
play
he's
flag
still on the
football
roster.
too. I can play flag football too, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in the quarterback drills and stuff like that. While I ain't saying that the motherfucker is the starter, but I mean as a backup, man. I mean, come on now.
All,
But
all,
hey,
all I'm saying, all I'm saying is this: everybody, Cam ain't what he used to be, but he ain't worse than a whole bunch of players. And that's what I'm saying. If you were Baltimore and your quarterback saying, "I'm going to set out," you better get you somebody that at least can win yourself 8 games. And I'm saying, name somebody else that can come in there and win 8 games, 9 games for Baltimore. Name somebody.
Wally, you know what I wanted to hear? I wanted to hear Cam say what all quarterbacks he was better than.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna say that.
but
That probably would have been the nail in the coffin if he would have said some shit like that for him.
but
But he pretty much said it though. He said, "Hey, I can come in and take your job." He pretty much said who he better than, who he think he could take. He said, "Cause I'm gonna compete."
Yeah, that would have been
And and and
a nail in the coffin for him. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, fellas, man. Cam ain't doing himself no fucking justice by what he's been saying at all. And Wiley, I don't care, despite what you say, bro. I respect everything, man. Your opinion and outlook. Yes, Cam if I'm looking at the starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now, all 32 starting quarterbacks, the only quarterback right now that I would say that Cam Newton is probably better than, like at this point in his career, and that's because these guys are unproven. Like I will give him Jordan Love, pending, what happened was the Aaron Rodgers and Jets trade. I think that trade will go down. It's just a matter of when. And that's because Jordan Love is unproven, right? I'm not even giving him like over Brock Purdy, like at this point. I'm like, and I'm trying to think of like quarterbacks that he like. I would take Justin Fields over Cam Newton now. I would take Trevor Lawrence over Cam Newton now. Like every AFC, like the Jimmy Garoppolo in Oakland, maybe, I don't know. Like I probably would. I really don't know. I might take Garoppolo still in that situation. Now, Jared Goff actually had like a decent year for the Detroit Lions. I'm trying to think of a team where I wouldn't take their starter over Cam Newton right now.
That's fine. We ain't talking about that.
Patriots.
Mac Jones, I'll say that. I will say that, man. But Cam did start there, and he didn't look good. Now, granted, they didn't have any talent around him. In New England, they didn't have no talent around him at all. But outside of the Patriots, though, I don't know what other team, man, that I would take. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield situation. Now, I would take Cam Newton over Baker Mayfield. But outside of that, man, like I really don't. It's only about 3 teams that I can say for sure that I would consider Cam Newton as my starter. And even those are like a question. The only one that's not a question is Tampa Bay and the Patriots. Every other team, though, I'm sticking with the starting quarterback that's already there. Like the Baltimore shit, that shit is going to figure itself out. Like Lamar Jackson, to be honest with you, with no team, man, and maybe something to go down on draft day, I don't know. But it doesn't look like any team right now is overly aggressive about pursuing Lamar Jackson. I'm starting to believe that, man, he's probably going to stay in Baltimore, pending unforeseen circumstances where some team just jumps out and make a bold trade to get him done. And honestly, Wally, the reason why that Lamar situation is so sensitive is because what the Ravens want for Lamar, number one, and then 2, you're going to have to pay him to a mega deal.
Yeah, but Lamar said he ain't playing. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's Baltimore.
Well, here's the thing. What we forgetting it's not what the Ravens want. Lamar, they signed him to the franchise. I mean, they extended the franchise tag to him. So part of the franchise tag, the non-exclusive tag, is
he got to sign it though. He still has to sign it.
I mean, he hasn't signed it, but the fact is, it's either he don't play this season under the tag. No one offers him, a deal or something that is worth him playing for, getting out there and willing to give the Ravens part of that exclusive deal, 2 first rounders. That means he gonna either have a year out of football, right? And then let's say if he don't sign it, don't play it down, he gonna miss out on game checks, millions of dollars. I forgot what the tag was. I think it's like 32, 33 million or 35, I believe, for this season.
Yeah.
So he gonna miss out on that money, 35 million.
That's not a lot of money though for a quarterback, a starting quarterback.
I mean, regardless if you call it a lot of money that's a lot of money, period, right? For Lamar Jackson coming from where he come from, man. So, and I'm not saying he should do it one way or the other. I mean, he got to make the choice ultimately, but also you got to look at, if I sit out a year, if no other teams picks him up, that's going to make his value decline even more for next year. Because
not really.
Not really though. What
do you mean?
Deshaun sat out 2 years. Look what happened with him.
Yeah,
and you know what, Wiley, I'm gonna tell you, that's what's messing him up.
People.
No, listen to me. That's what's messing him up because
chill, Wally. Chill,
the Browns
allegedly.
The Browns right now, they're regretting that contract. And that's why this Lamar thing
he's tied in with Deshaun
You
Watson.
said they regretting it. Why you say that?
Bro, go back and go to cleveland.com and read the reports. The reason why, because it's so much money tied up into one player, guaranteed money. And we seen even when Watson came back last year, what he was doing. It's reports all over about that. They wish that they wouldn't gave him that money because it's done messed them up for the future. So that's why it's causing this Lamar situation to drag on, because he wants that type of money, and no teams are biting. They affect one each other, and the fact that he sat out a whole year. That's what I'm saying. No player ever again will go sitting out the whole year and get that kind of money. I guarantee it. We'll never see that happen again.
Yeah,
I agree.
We may not see that happen again. Yes, the Cleveland Browns, they did an outlier situation where they paid him a shitload of money. But my thing about it is this, though, man. Like again, Lamar may not see a contract like Deshaun Watson got. I think that his contract was, but here's the caveat that's not being talked about in this Lamar Jackson situation, right? This is what's not being talked about. You got 4 quarterbacks right now that are eligible for extensions in the NFL. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, obviously Lamar Jackson is due for a contract, and there's one more that I'm forgetting right now that's eligible for a deal, for an extension right now. I can't think of who it is right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Joe Burrow is probably going to be the first $300 million quarterback in the NFL. He's probably going to be the first. He won't have it guaranteed. It won't be a $300 million contract guaranteed. But he's going to get a contract.
But Kadar, let me stop you.
$300 million with probably 220, 230 guaranteed.
But let me stop you on that. Now he won't be the first because Pat Mahomes' deal was $450.
But that's 10 years, man. It's over 10 years.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's but you can't. In hindsight, that contract that Patrick Mahomes, it benefits more the team than it is for him. He getting that shit over 10 years. That's right. That's a 10-year contract, man.
That's the thing, though. Burrow,
$400 million over 10 years is really just equivalent to what a normal contract will be over 5 years.
And that's the same thing they're gonna give Burrow, because look, exactly. if you guarantee any quarterback, if you guarantee any quarterback like that type of money, it's gonna mess up the rest of the NFL.
Exactly. But that's what it's about, Poppin'. Like literally, it's about resetting the market. Every quarterback deal has reset the market. Every quarterback deal, Poppin', has reset the market. Every single one.
I get it, but I'm just telling you. Well, all right, fine, let it happen. But I'm just telling you, whoever your team is that resets the market with your quarterback prices being that high in a short term of money guaranteed, your team's gonna suck. You know why? Because you're not gonna have you're not gonna have no fucking weapons. Nobody's gonna be able to come there and play. Now you're gonna do like college. They're gonna come in, do a 1-year deal with your ass, and get the hell on. That's it.
And I'm gonna tell you, and to piggyback off your point, Pop, because I'm with you, man, because that's what the Browns are going through now. And I'm kind of glad that it came out that the Panthers we didn't sign Deshaun Watson, even though I did want him to that type of money. But Tepper, he said it was just putting that much guaranteed money in that short amount of time. Like they were saying, man, his cap hit is like 43 or almost $50 million per year. His cap hit for one player. Just talking about Deshaun Watson, quarterback, bro. So meaning it's about resetting the market, but you got to do it smart. These teams know what to do, like the Chiefs, who won Super Bowls, because that's what they want. It comes down to. Pat Mahomes got a 10-year, $450 million deal, right? And he's gonna get an extension. His contract gonna be worth more than that, but he's still one of the top 5 highest paid quarterbacks in the league, and he done won 2 Super Bowls. So meaning they haven't invested so much money to screw their team up, preventing them from like $250 guaranteed was a ton of money that's shot, and I'm happy for him that he got that money. Right, I'm all about players getting their money if a team willing to get you, but his contract directly affects how teams are going to do contracts for quarterbacks going forward. That's why Lamar Jackson coming after him and knowing what he wants, and he deserves what he wants, but no team is going to commit that much
up front, guaranteed 250. In that short amount of time. Now, if he want to spread it out 7-8 years, okay. But bro, just the cap hit alone will screw you up. Like my boy just said, will screw your team up. You can't do nothing else. Like you can't do nothing else with your team if you got that much committed to one guy.
What I'm saying though is Joe Burrow deal is probably going to be like a 6-year deal, $300 million, 230 guaranteed. Probably going to be averaging somewhere around 45 a year or something like that. Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Listen, when you quarterbacks and y'all going to see every single year when a quarterback is eligible for an extension, the shit is going to go up higher and higher and higher. Imagine what kind of deal for the Panthers when we sign CJ Stroud or Bryce Young or when we draft these guys. When these guys are done with their first 5 years of the career, imagine kind of what fucking deals we're going to be paying out then. Imagine that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine what the shit is only going to keep going up and up. And really, the Ravens are fucking themselves in the ass right now, man. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's only going to get worse and worse, bro. Burrow's going to get a deal. Justin Herbert going to get a deal. Jalen Hurts is going to get a deal. All of those deals, bro, I guarantee that all of those deals are going to push 290, 300 million or more with over 200 something million guaranteed for every single one of those quarterbacks. I don't guarantee you that.
I don't know, man. I can't say that because
I can guarantee you that. Because why? I'm going to tell you why. Who was the last person to get a big deal in the NFL? Was it?
What you talking about quarterback wise?
Yeah, quarterback wise. Who was the last?
Kyler Murray last year and Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Kyler Murray was the last quarterback to get a deal over, the deal that he got with that. Watch what I say, bro. Joe Burrow's deal. Why you think that they've been getting rid of these players like they've been getting rid of these players in Cincinnati? They've been getting rid of these players because they know that motherfucker is going to demand, and they're going to pay it. It doesn't matter what kind of money that Joe Burrow demands. They're going to push back on that. Yeah, go.
I want to push back on that. I think the reason why they got rid of some of those players in Cincinnati and let these guys go is because they're trying to keep the big three there together. They're trying to make sure
Burrows and yeah, you're right. They got to sign T. Higgins too.
So all that money is going to be stretched out when it comes to Burrows.
Right. That's the point. Because I just pulled up Kyler Murray's deal. His contract.
I don't even think he was the last quarterback to get paid. I thought it was.
He was. He just got paid last season. He just got paid last year.
What was his deal?
His deal was 5 years, 230.5, 160 million guaranteed. But the key to that.
Oh yeah, they deal surpassing that by a long shot.
But look though, they evenly loaded the deal of the guaranteed money. So meaning, it's not all up front. How like Deshaun Watson meaning because. Teams got to be smart when it comes to the cap number, right? And also what other players. So they even loaded his deal, and stretched it out over the course of it. That's why Patrick Mahomes got the deal that he got. Like meaning he's still getting money, but it's not like a Deshaun Watson deal. And Burrow, he gonna get his money, but they can't give him a ton of money up front. 300 million guaranteed. Up front because it's gonna just be bad for the cap and the team. They probably gonna give him a long-term deal, 5, 6, 7, maybe again. I don't know how long he's gonna sign, but because they want to keep Chase, which he gonna get a big contract. Higgins, they want to keep him. So meaning they gonna get their deal. Like the market resets, but it can't reset. Like the Deshaun Watson deal was an outlier, and I think Lamar Jackson is using his deal as a basis for, okay, well, this is what I want, right? But again, Cleveland was desperate because no other teams would commit to that after they seen the numbers on it from his agent. That's why I'm really glad the Panthers backed out on that, man. Now looking back on it, because it was a bad deal for or team and the organization, man. I mean, I'm happy for Deshaun. But it was a bad deal for a team or organization. So that's my thoughts of it, man. But I mean, it just really depends on the team. When it's time to upload. I mean, Hurts gonna get some money. All the quarterbacks the most important. They gonna get their money. It's about how you did the contract again.
Yeah, but so let me say something about that, man. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but shout out to Courtesy, man, because he done posted two good things here. Listen, the cap is going to continue to rise, right? Every season, the cap is going to go up and 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 up. It's not going to go down. Like the NFL got all of these deals, man, with Amazon, all of these deals that they got coming up. So the cap is going to continue to go up. What I'm saying is the only point that I'm trying to make with it is obviously you got to make a deal make sense for your team. We probably will never see a Browns type of contract done ever again where they fully guarantee $200 and something million contract for this guy. We won't see that. But we definitely are going to see, I can definitely see Joe Burrow deal being 300 million, 305 with like 230 guaranteed. I could definitely see that kind of contract done for him, man. Like literally,
I agree.
Yeah,
but it's
like
not
I
gonna
can
be. It's
definitely
not
see
gonna be
that
like
kind of
a
contract
4.
done.
It's not gonna be like a 4-year span. It's gonna be like,
Nah,
hey,
it's gonna be like a
sign-
6
It's
or
gonna be
7
set-
years, 6 or
right, it's
7
gonna be
years, or
stretched out,
something like
right.
that.
and the salary cap increasing, just in general. The question is not increasing fast enough for as much as these quarterbacks want to get paid. That's
Right.
the issue right there.
Right.
It's not increasing fast enough for what they really want to get. And if it was me, right? Because Brady did it year and year and year after year. You know, he made sure that even though he was getting some money, he wanted to make sure that, hey, okay, well, we need some players here. You know, we need to
It's
make sure we try
different
to
for
keep
him
some of these
though,
people.
man.
It is, but I'm just saying, like, he
Hell,
did that.
his wife
Aaron
was the
Rodgers,
damn richest model in the NFL. Like, listen, for a lot of these let's keep it real here, man, and about this money. I'm pro player when it comes to money,
I
hands
get
down.
that. I agree. I'm with you, though. I'm just saying, when you're trying to build a dynasty of winning
Right. That's
organization,
key.
trying to
Yep.
keep your players or get more players there to help you get that ring, like the one we don't got, you gotta take some sacrifices here and there.
Yeah,
Now, I understand
yeah,
you.
you got to.
I understand that you want to get your money. Okay, maybe it's backloaded, but you have to
Right.
have it you have to have it put in
Structured
a way that
correctly.
you still can get
Yeah,
talent there.
And
I
Because
agree.
if not, you're going to be that same team. One of these 9 teams that
yep.
don't have a Super Bowl ring, and unfortunately, we're one of them.
Right.
I
And
agree. I agree that the contract has to be structured in a way that helps the team. Listen, I'm for that, but I think we all agree that the market is going to continue to get reset for these quarterbacks and these situations. That honestly, I've never seen a situation like this with Lamar Jackson. I've never seen a franchise quarterback contract extension last this long. Never seen it. You can't
well,
name one.
it happened before, man, recently. Like
Who,
it was the same thing with Kirk Cousins in Washington. He played on the tag for
bro,
like
bro?
2 years.
Come on, bro.
No,
Kirk
no, listen
Cousins.
to me. I'm just saying. He was a franchise quarterback. He played on the tag, which he made a lot of money on the tag over a 2 year. Matter of fact, at the time, I think he might have played on in 3 years, but it was the most money that the quarterback had made within a 3 year span, guaranteed money. Two or
Right,
He
but
three
you
made
years.
like
trying to compare.
$90 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
What's up,
but you
family? I
trying
was
to
gonna say
compare
what's up to
Kirk.
the
You
brother.
trying to compare Kirk Cousins to
No,
Lamar Jackson, man.
I'm not comparing him on the field. That's what I'm not doing. I'm comparing the contract situation is what I'm doing,
You
meaning
can't.
that he was their franchise quarterback, just like Lamar's the Ravens franchise quarterback. They offered him a deal. He didn't take it. They put him on the tag, so he played on the tag for 2 or 3 years and made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but
Right?
that's a
Kirk
huge
Cousins.
fucking risk, man.
Kirk Cousins
That's a
can do that
huge
because
risk for any player to do. Like to play 2 years back to back on the tag, that shit is a huge risk. You are
But you're
gambling
still
your
getting
whole
paid though.
career.
Like you're not. It ain't
hey,
like you're not getting paid. You're getting
Yeah,
paid
but you
money.
gambling your career on that shit,
fel-
man. That's a
fellas,
huge risk. Go ahead,
fellas,
CLT. We got CLT in the building. CLT, what's good?
what's up, family? I just want to jump in the middle of that. I want to say Kirk Cousins can do that because of the style of offense and the system that he was in. Lamar Jackson is running the ball 15, 20 clips a game. He can't take that risk. Kirk Cousins not getting touched
Facts. That's
like
fact.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he
I
can't.
mean,
Hold
I
on,
kind
thank
of agree
God.
with that CLT halfway. I mean, I feel like this.
Okay, that's every quarterback got a different style of playing, right? That's not going to, change anything. The fact is that on this tag, if you sign it, whether you get hurt or whether you go out there and play all 18 games, you getting $35 million
That makes
paid.
sense, but that's short
So
term.
listen to
That's
me.
just for 1
But listen
year.
to me though. So let's just say, like you said, it's a risk. I mean, playing the NFL in the game. I mean, playing on his rookie deal was a risk. So we can't talk about his risk. The fact is that whether he go out and play this year, and let's say he get hurt, right? He still would get a chance to still negotiate a long-term deal after the season. So
Yeah,
that's not
but
going to change
his
that fact.
value is going to go down if he
Now
gets
what?
hurt
Now what?
again.
Now what will hurt him? What will hurt him? Let's just say he missed this entire season. They offered him 133, guaranteed. Let's say he don't play a whole season, entire season. It's not going to be like Deshaun Watson next year, where he think he going to get 200. Nah, meaning that if you don't play this season, the NFL they don't care. They go get another quarterback. They don't care.
But
That's how the
big
You said
NFL
bro,
they
works.
off. You said they offered him 133 or 233.
Guaranteed, they offered him.
133.
It was 133. That was the guaranteed money. I don't know what the full
That's
contract
Oh,
was.
oh
listen.
no, they got to come up off of that now. Hell no,
Yeah,
But
hell
no,
yeah,
I'm
no.
that's a
saying that
low
was last
ball. That's a
season. They
low
offered him.
ball. That's
Yeah,
a
that
They
was.
gave
that's a low ball. And big bro, I gotta say this to you, man, because that shit you talking about is bullshit. Listen, man, playing for 1 year at 33 million when you were an MVP quarterback and you got motherfuckers out here like Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff making that same kind of money as you when you done had your team in the playoffs and you pretty much asking this man to bet on himself for 1 year. And if he gets injured again, that's going to devalue him even more than sitting out a whole year.
Listen, I agree, but listen, y'all got to take your emotions out of it. Think
That's not
about
emotion.
business.
That's
No,
facts.
listen to me. Listen to me. These teams,
I
they
hate
don't
when people say
care.
that, bro. Football is an emotional game, bro. You in that
No,
locker room,
football. But again, when it
It's a
comes to
business
contract and
too. It's a
business,
business.
when it's
but you
contract
gotta
and
take.
business, there's no emotions involved. Meaning these teams, whether he play or not, these teams they don't care. They will go find somebody else. They don't care.
Okay.
So meaning,
Okay.
Go ahead,
it's
Wally.
not
Go ahead.
about.
Get your piece in, Wally.
All I'm saying is this. I think everybody keeps forgetting that 90% of the team is built around him. Unless you get him a Cam Newton, what the hell are you gonna do? You gonna flush your whole team down the season down the drain because
Yeah,
you
because
trying to be hard headed and emotional team?
no
Facts,
quarterback
Wally.
no quarterback is requesting a trade to go to Baltimore because they will not give him weapons. So for him to even want to stay there, and was loyal to that organization, that's a huge slap in the face what they're doing to that man.
Yeah,
Nobody.
they definitely got it. They definitely got to get a deal done with Lamar Jackson. To me, that it is completely ridiculous. Like honestly, you got to think about this too. A quarterback sitting out also hurts your winning window as well, and teams realize that as well. So just the same impact that you state that it hurts the player, it also hurts the team because I'm a firm believer in windows of opportunity in the NFL. The NFL is about windows and taking advantage of your window. While it's open, you got to jump through that motherfucker. And
You got to.
For a team like the Ravens, man, you saw, bro, when Lamar Jackson went down, they wasn't shit. They wasn't shit when he went down. So you can sit up here and say that they can go a year without him if you want to, but that's going to be a year without him, bro. That's going to be really detrimental to their chances of winning football games.
Listen, all that is you're right about it. You guys are right about that. But again, once the NFL, once you took a stance, and again, we know who all run the league, the owners, right?
Oh yeah, without a
So
doubt.
meaning, once they collude against you, and they take a stance on you, we not seen it happen with Cam. If they will not fuck with you, and you'll be at home sitting with no money. They don't care. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Facts.
everything that y'all saying are you right, but it's not about that. It's about okay. What's the best situation for Lamar? We can talk all day about our feelings about, well, yeah, he deserves. You're right, he do deserve it. But bro, if he do not play this season, I'm telling you, when it comes to black quarterbacks, we already at a fair advantage. We're not Tom Brady or them other guys like Aaron Rodgers that can do what they want. I'm telling you, if he sit out next year and don't play, it's gonna be really hard for him to get to go somewhere, or even they probably negotiate with him. Baltimore will after, but it's gonna be really hard to get the money that he's asking for if he sit out this entire season. Even though that might be the best decision, but I'm just saying, man, once these owners, you start taking a stance, a certain thing, and they like, oh man, well shit, he ain't gonna play this. He ain't gonna play this season. Okay, go
Gotcha.
ahead, sit out and play.
You
Shout out.
got a point. You got a point.
Let me
bro.
get some quick promo in right quick, fellas. Shout out to everybody, man, that's watching the channel. If you're new to it, make sure you like and subscribe to it, man. Great conversation going on midday. Madness in the mix, man. We got Big Bro in the building, CLT popping them, pulled up on us, Wally. We having a great conversation there, man, covering some topics going on in the NFL. About to jump into this Panther topics with our next segment, man. So anybody want to get their final words on the Lamar situation?
Look,
Hey,
I
Nah,
believe
I'm
they're
good.
colluding against him. However, I think Baltimore is going to regret this in the long run.
I
Me
agree.
personally, I think that Baltimore, I think they're gonna work a deal out with him. That's me personally. I think at some point throughout this offseason, it's a deal that's gonna be done. They're gonna find a way to meet in the middle somewhere. I don't know what that number is gonna be, because everybody's right. He is truly valuable to Baltimore. And the teams know that, right? So meaning again, I don't know Lamar's stance on it is if it's all or nothing. He don't have an agent. He wants, like they were saying, 242 something. I forgot the numbers guaranteed. So I don't know if he's willing to come off that number to say, all right, I'll take 200. I don't know, but I do think they gonna get something done. Hopefully, and hopefully his stance is just not, well, damn, if it's 240 all or nothing. Which he got a right. That's his right. But I ultimately think he will get a deal done with Baltimore at whatever number, and he will be playing come time the season starts. That's my take on it.
My last word on Lamar: don't go to the Patriots.
Shout out to Wavez for the only Panthers content creator to get the jersey news right and not throw out fake news. That's how you get subs. Respect big fucking Wavez. Hey man, shots fired. Hey man, look, hey,
for real.
yeah, them shots fired like a motherfucker. And I know exactly what you're talking about, but we ain't even finna go there. Hey, look, man. Look, I pride myself, man. On trying to give y'all the correct shit, man. Like, listen, I won't put nothing out till I see that multiple sources have confirmed it, man. Like, I will not put nothing out until multiple legible sources, confirm. I know a lot of motherfuckers sit up here and say they got sources inside. I know motherfuckers sit up here claim that they know this, that, and the third. But look, man, I'm a believer that I won't put anything out till I've seen multiple people confirm it. That's just what I stand on, bro. So, hey, I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate you. But go ahead, man. Moving into our next topic, man. Final last NFL topic before we jump into the Panther stuff. Tyreek Hill came out, man, on a podcast yesterday and said that after he finishes his contract with the Dolphins in 2025, he's going to be hanging up the cleats. Do you guys think that this is true? Do you think that it's cap? What are your thoughts in it? Now, remind you, at that point, Tyreek Hill will have played 10 years in the NFL and has made crazy money. So do you think that Tyreek Hill is blowing smoke? Is it cap or is it fact?
I believe it's true.
Go ahead and tell me why.
I believe that if you watch Tyreek Hill over on the off seasons, you notice he's very productive, right?
Yes, he is. A lot of business stuff.
Whether he's gaming, whether he's doing outdoor mudding, whether he's racing the top tier future NFL players that's coming into the league, he's always busy. So I think what he's been doing is setting up, trying to find a lane where he's trying to stick in and gonna make money off of it. You know what I mean? So I could see it, bro, because he want to live the rest of his life. If you really go back and look at some of his podcasts, he said he used to want to be a trucker. I wouldn't be surprised if he just bought a truck and decided to do a load here and there just because and vlog from it. He gonna get so many views. He's trying to find a lane, so I think he's out of here.
All right. Big bro, what you think about that, man? And what he said. You think he gonna be done in
I mean,
2025?
that's very possible. I mean, if the man come out and said, I got to take it on face value. So I think more and more so players now are recognizing, the risks of the game, what it does to your body. I think most players' standpoint now is like, get the money while you can, play as long as you can, but eventually, you want to get out once accomplish what you wanted to accomplish in this league and walk away healthy, man. I mean, we've seen more and more examples of that with players. Everybody know about the news recently with Byron Jones, former number one first round pick with Dallas and down in Miami. He dude young came out and said now he can't even walk or jump anymore due to some injuries he sustained. So I think this is just an example of players recognizing, all right, this game is physical, it's dangerous. I do want to have a better quality of life after this game. So I want to walk away when I'm ready. I don't want to be forced to walk away due to injury. So I think I think that's what he said he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do, and I think it's good, man. I mean, 10 years is a long time in the NFL. Considering that a wide receiver. So,
Yeah. CLT, what about you?
Honestly, man, Tyreek, I think it's bullshit because I watched some of his podcasts, man. Some of the shit I think he said on there is really to drive views. A lot of shit that he said about Miami and the Chiefs comparison, it just sounded like straight bullshit. Shit, jabs that he took at Patrick Mahomes, just seemed like he was just trying to drive views. Walking away from all those millions, especially if he produces over the next 2 years. I just don't see it. Now, maybe if he was inside of that season, you see a decline in his numbers. You see, he said he's starting to take wear and tear. Then yeah, but right now, 2 years out, I doubt it.
All right. Wally, what you think about that?
Hey, think about it. He's made a lot of money, won a Super Bowl ring. What he waiting on? He can do whatever he want to do. I believe he'll walk away.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say, man, that this is fact. I think that Big Brud kind of touched on this, man. Listen, the years of having a successful career, if you can make it to 10 years in the NFL, that's been one hell of a career for you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're a top player, may have been, somebody that, was a backup player. To make it to 10 years in the NFL, man, and not have any, potential life-threatening injuries or life-altering injuries, and you can walk away the game, man, with your full health and mind. Listen, man, that's to me a successful career, man. He's already won a Super Bowl ring. He's played in 2 Super Bowls. So I honestly think, man, that, at that point, man, he's made a lot of money. I think people have to understand the deal that he got with the Dolphins, and the money that he made while he was in Kansas City. And then people have to understand, man, Tyreek Hill has a lot of different business ventures going on outside of work. He's actually starting up a gaming team right now, man. A lot of people, there's so much money to be made in gaming. If you guys don't know, T Grizzly, man, has even conceded his rap career, man, to gaming, where he says he makes like 25 to 30,000 a stream, and he streams every day.
Yes, sir.
So it's crazy type of money, man. So the point that I'm trying to make, man, is that I believe that this is a true story. Tyreek Hill's had a hell of a career. I think that he will be a Hall of Famer. I really do think that he's going to be a Hall of Famer, man. Probably one of the greatest smaller wide receivers that we've ever seen. And we also have to understand something, man. I was watching it yesterday. Tyreek Hill done took some big hits in his career, man. I saw like a whole YouTube video of the hits that Tyreek Hill done took. And, man, he done got fucking whomped, man, like in his career. So maybe he realized, man, that, he's at that point in time where, being the cheetah, man, eventually the cheetah got to come back home. So I think it's true. I think that it's true, man. What do y'all in the comments think about that, man? Y'all let us know on y'all thoughts on that. AJ Brooks said there comes a point when you get paid more than you can spend. So, you want to go to bed for that money. Listen, I want to be able to get up out of bed. Fuck going to bed, man. I want to be able to get up out of bed, man. So the money to me, man, if you made a certain type of money, eventually it becomes about your health at some point in your career, man. So I think that is true. But let's go ahead, man, and get into this Panther content with our first topic of the day, man. Midnight. We are already an hour and 11 into the show. Midday Madness in the Mix, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. And listen, if you're feeling generous today, want to donate to the channel, man, it only helps the channel. The Cash App is scrolling across the screen. Any donation is going to be great. But what's greater than donations is subscriptions and likes, guys. You hit the like button on this video, man. It only runs it up. I want to shout out the surfers out there too, man. Y'all, like I said, I have a short that's approaching 15,000 views. 15,000 views, man. Y'all don't understand what that means for me. I can't say thank you guys enough. I've been doing this YouTube shit for a year now, and I have not had anything top that on other platforms, on this channel. But one short, guys, is hitting 15,000 views, man. Y'all don't understand, man. The shit almost bring tears in my eyes for the support that we've been getting here, man. Y'all keep running me up, man. We're on the road to 1K, about to hit 800. The support has been crazy, man, and I'm just grateful, man, for everybody. Thankful for all the love and support, man. I guarantee you that we're going to be bringing great content out there as well. Listen, if you do YouTube editing, if you're an editor and you do editing, holla at your boy, man. I am looking for a full-time YouTube editor to put on payroll. So throwing it out there as well, man. If you do that and you got some skills, you want to show your boy something, let me know, man. I'm looking for a full YouTube editor for the channel. Let me know. We've already done some revamping, man, with the logo and the channel and the aesthetic of the channel. Let me know, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. So we running this shit up. Life is just a wave, man. I appreciate these boys coming up on the panel every other day, taking times out of their work day to come up here, man. The support has been crazy, man. So thank y'all so much, man. I just wanted to take the time to say that. Shout out to all of my major supporters, MDJ, Morgan, Captain Mo, Agent 704, AJ Brooks, man. AJ Brooks is a hell of a supporter. Thank all of y'all, man, for coming up here, man. If I forgot anybody, courtesy, please forgive me. It's too many of y'all to name, man. But thank y'all so much for the support. We on the road to it. We're going to keep running it up, keep bringing out that fire content, Midday Madness every other day. Y'all already know what time it is. But time to get into the talks of the day. And I got the full panel up on this motherfucker. So the Carolina Panthers have 6 picks. We are officially 3 weeks away from the draft. 3 weeks away today from knowing exactly who our franchise signal caller is going to be. But there's a pick coming after that first pick that I feel like is just as important at 39. And Todd McShay released his full mock draft with 3 weeks out from it. And it's an interesting pick, man, for the Carolina Panthers at 39. If this person falls there. One Zay Flowers, man, wide receiver. Zay Flowers was the pick for the Carolina Panthers at 39. My question to the panel, man, is what do we think the Panthers are thinking at 39? We know one, and we know what that's going to be. But at 39, what do you think the Panthers are thinking, and what should we do with that pick at 39? Whoever want to go first.
Go ahead, Wally. I know you got this.
All right. You know what I'm going to say? Linebacker. But, you know, the emotional guys going to say receiver because they want to hook old boy up, the quarterback up.
Why we got to be emotional, Wally?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Damn, man.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm saying linebacker for this reason. We need somebody to control the defense. The defense will have to carry the offense. And if you don't have that, and you trying to depend on the defense carrying the offense, who is going to be the captain on the defense to set the tone?
Hey, Wally, I got a question for you. Did you know that Jack Campbell was 6'5"?
Yeah. Lovely, ain't it?
I didn't know he was 6'5", bro. I thought he was like
Him
6.
and the dude out of Arkansas, both of them are 6'5".
So, but I also heard that Jack Campbell, man, underwent some off-season surgery. Is that correct? Yeah,
I don't know.
I heard something like that. He had to get some type of off-season surgery or procedure done. It might not have been a full surgery, but he might have had some type of procedure to clean up something about him.
I believe so. I think I heard that too. It was just like a little nick.
Yeah. It's just clean up surgery, I think it was.
But nothing crazy is gonna keep him out the game. The beauty of it is that, you know, he went and trained with our best linebacker ever, Kuechly. You know,
Beginner says we need to call Jimmy Clausen to see if he's still available.
He's still
And
Yeah,
Luke,
man.
Luke is our assistant coach now, so that may have already showed the hand.
So y'all give me something though, man. What y'all?
This stance I'm gonna take on it. Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
my stance is we're gonna take the best available player, whether it's receiver, whether it's linebacker, like Wiley said, whether it's edge rusher. It just depends on at 39. We're gonna look at our needs obviously first, but whoever's the best player. So meaning, if we got a top linebacker sitting there that's the best available, then yes, we'll take a linebacker. If we got a top receiver there that we feel like is the best available player, we'll take a wide receiver. Or it's going, if it's the edge rusher. So that's my stance, is that I think depending on how the draft go and who falls, we're going to take the best available player. We evaluate our needs, and obviously, if we can fill our needs, we're going to take care of our needs. If not, we're going to just take the best, whoever the Panthers take the best available at that point. Because, I mean, at 39, you don't want to, if you need a receiver, you don't want to take a receiver that's not ranked up there that you can get in maybe the fourth round, right? You don't want to draft them too high. Or, same with a linebacker. I mean, if a linebacker is the best if he has a second round grade, we would take the linebacker, right? And if a receiver got a fourth round grade, who you like, you may want to hold off on that. So I mean, it really just depends on at 39 what's on the board, and what and what we need. So that's my stance on it.
But see, that's my thing though, right? Because like one thing I like about Fitterer is that, and what I like and I don't like, because sometimes Fitterer don't know when to shut up, but he tells you everything he's gonna do, and he said, and I quote, "We're gonna have a sexy pick. We're gonna have some sexy picks this year." Is that being sexy is not really going to get BPA. It's going to get somebody who primarily going, be a starter and show out.
And Wiley, to me, the sexy pick is number one, man. That's what I think you're talking about.
Nah, we already
You know what we gonna do at one though, man.
Yeah,
We already
I
know what we doing there.
I just messing with Wiley, man.
We already knew that,
Yeah.
We're gonna get Max Dugan, whatever his name is.
Yeah, hell no, Poppin. What the hell you talking about? CLT, man. What's your thoughts on 39, man? Make this shit spicy. I want to hear a spicy response.
It's strictly receiver, man. If a receiver's fall there, man, we got to pair him. I think bringing Vita Ovalari in is basically telling us what the second option is, where they'll go defensive end. But I think linebacker. I don't see us on linebacker at 39. We've added some depth at linebacker. We got some young talent at linebacker. I feel like we need to go get a pass catching threat, a true number 1 or 2.
Facts. Okay. So Wiley say we need to get a linebacker. Big Bruh say best player available. Poppin, you said what? Best player available as well.
I think it's gonna be an edge.
You think it's gonna be an edge?
Yeah.
So let me say this, man. So this is how I feel about it, guys. And again, call me emotional, Wiley. I'm all right with that. I can fucking live with that shit, Wiley.
Don't say I got tissue over here for you, brother.
Hey, well, shit. Go ahead and send them bitches over here, man, because I need them. Because listen, I'm telling you, man, we got to get a wide receiver. I think you get a young wide receiver, man, to go ahead and start grooming with CJ Stroud. If Josh Downs is available, if Zay Flowers, I don't see him. I think more wide receivers are going to go in the first round than originally thought. I think I can see 4 to 5 wide receivers going in the first round because I think that this is a real deep wide receiver draft, man. And these guys got a lot of talent. Like a lot of these wide receivers coming out this year are going to be special, man. But if one of those guys happen to fall to 39, and 39 is really a hot pick, I want people to understand, man. 39 is not no bullshit pick. You got to remember, it's 32 picks in the first round. So 39 is literally right after the first round. And this is a pick that the Panthers got to hit on too. They got to hit on this pick, man. But I think it should be wide receiver. And if not wide receiver, I think it should be corner.
But do you think
best corner? The best corner available. I think whoever the best corner available or best wide receiver, simply because for wide receiver, man, you want to get a young wide receiver that you can start grooming with CJ Stroud. Now, granted, we brought in DJ Shark. He's on a 1-year prove-it deal. Adam Thielen is going to be here, but he's a veteran, 32 years old. And Terrace Marshall Jr., we have to see if he can give us a full game and play in a full season. But what I've learned
And
for
what?
young
Hold
quarterbacks,
on,
what
hold
I've
on,
seen,
Trey.
go ahead.
What about Williams? Yeah, Preston Williams. Come on, man, the dude
Yeah,
playing.
we got Preston Williams, but man, we still don't know. I mean, we still got to see, man, what he can do. I can't. I know what he could be potentially capable of, but I still need to see, some consistent him to get on the field, right? I need to see him get on the field, and I think some of these wide receivers, man, might get cut. I think Shy Smith might be a cut, man. I think Preston Williams could be potentially a cut if he came back, because I think the Panthers are going to go with 6 wide receivers to start the season. 6 wide receivers. It's going to be 6 to 7 wide receivers to go into the regular season with.
Yeah, but I think and it goes back to what I was saying, Waves. It's going to be who's available at 39, right? And who has the grade. I mean, so we could go wide receiver with 39, but again, we can't overstretch. I mean, if we got a guy like I stated earlier with a 4th round grade, we can't draft him in the 2nd round. So then that's why we got to look at our other player. Okay, who's available? I know everybody wants a wide receiver. Most people want some wide receiver at that pick. In which I agree with them if one's capable, there to grab at that, at that pick. But we also got to look and be wise about it. See who's available there at 39. If you got a higher rated corner that's graded higher than your wide receiver pick, then you might have to go with corner. Or if you got a higher rated linebacker, like Wiley stated, you got to go with the linebacker or edge. I mean, and I think Fritterer, ultimately, man, he's gonna do what's best for a team. Hopefully, he don't get draft happy, man. And if a receiver there, if it's not one of the top guys that's on his board, like, I think this guy. Well, I hope he don't do that. Hopefully they do their due diligence, man, and say, which they have, because by the time the draft night come, guys, these guys done went over the scenarios like 100 times as far as who falls. Like if a guy that they want falls, to another team, they're gonna go on to get this guy. So I mean, I think Fritter gonna make the right decision. He gonna make the right decision on this. We gotta worry about
one interesting name, man, at 39 that could be potential there, man, is cornerback Jalen Jones from Texas A&M, 6'2" corner, rated as like the 3rd or 4th best corner in this draft. I'm sorry, the 4th or 5th best corner, 6'2", 200 pounds. Hey, listen, man, corner is a position, man, that the Panthers definitely need to address. Like, if you ask me right now, what position is probably the frailest on our team looking at right now, I think it's that cornerback room, man. And I don't think we've been talking about it enough, man. I think that's a position room that to me really has me worried, because I'm just not sold on any of the guys behind JC Horn at all. Like, I'm not sold on any of those guys. And honestly, I'm on the fence about JC because I'm not sure if he can play a full season, right? So corner to me is, if one of those top corners, fall, top 5 corners, top 6 corners fall at 39, I wouldn't be mad at a corner at that position too, man, because we just thin as hell. We thin as hell at corner. I'm sorry.
And you just proved the point, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't fill all our needs with the 39th pick. You know what I'm saying? So meaning, if it's corner, if it's a receiver, if it's edge, that's why we got a whole draft, guys. So I mean, I know we all want certain players, and we should do this and shoot it. It depends on the draft. It depends on the need, and also who's available at 39. So you hit it right on the head. And then I think Fitterer, we're gonna make the right move. We're gonna make the right move there, man. We got a lot of needs and holes that this team needs to fill. And we got how many total picks we got in the draft?
6.
Okay. So we know we're using one for a quarterback. So that means we got 5 left to fill our needs. Whether it's gonna be 2nd round, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, wherever we picking that. So, we that's how you build a team, guys. It's just what's available, what's out there, trying to fill your needs, and put together. Again, it's gonna take more than one
Okay.
off season. Go ahead, Wally. I'm sorry.
Okay. Check this out, man. So if you think about it, next year we have a first round pick, we have a second round pick, and the receivers in next year's draft are way better than the receivers in this year's draft. I'm
I don't
saying
know about that,
next year.
Wiley.
This hold on now. This what the scouts say. When you look at all the different shows, this is what they say. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. However, I know this. It's hard to get a middle linebacker. And we've been trying to get one since Luke. I'm saying take the opportunity, get the thing that you can get because you can get a receiver every year.
Well, I think you can get a wide receiver every year, Wiley, but I don't think you can get a generational talented wide receiver every year.
I don't know if you're gonna get that at 39 either, though, Waves.
Hey, listen, you got to think about it, man. It's some of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now didn't go in the first round. So I mean, it's possible, man. I'm just saying you can never have too many weapons for your young quarterback, right? If you look at all of the successful teams that have built their teams, they've put a ton of talent around their young quarterbacks. When the Bills drafted Josh Allen, what did they do? They traded for Stephon Diggs. They drafted Isaiah McKenzie. They drafted Glenn Davis or whatever, Davison or whatever the wide receiver that they got. The Bengals, what did they do? They got a T. Higgins. They got a Jamar Chase. They bought in weapons, man. They went to go get a Hayden Hurst and brought him in. Like every young or Eagles, Jalen Hurts. What did they do? They drafted a Devontae Smith. They traded for a Brown. They already had Dallas Goedert. Like you cannot not put. There's no such thing as putting too much talent around a young quarterback. That's what you have to do to have success, man. You look at the Cardinals and what they did when they drafted Kyler Murray. They traded for DeAndre Hopkins. They got a Christian Kirk. They traded for a Brown from the Ravens. They bought in what's the young number 4 wide receiver that's super fast. They got an AJ Green. You have to put weapons around your young quarterback. All the teams have done that, and then these teams have had success. That's what they've been able to do. They didn't wait late in the draft to do it. They got top talent. They used the first and second round picks to put weapons around their young quarterback. So to me, linebacker, like honestly, guys, I know that linebacker is the move, but what I'm saying in the 3-4 scheme, you don't need necessarily a field general in the 3-4 scheme. I've played in the 3-4 scheme. I know what a 3-4 scheme is. You don't necessarily need a quarterback on defense. Now, in a 4-3, you do need that, right? But in the 3-4 scheme, it's all about athleticism, having fast linebackers that can cover, that can run downhill to make tackles. Like, that's really what it is. Like, I know it's a necessity, but Luke Kuechly, name how many Luke Kuechly middle linebackers there is in the NFL right now. It's probably none, right? That are just outside of Fred Warner. I can't name how many great middle linebackers it is in the NFL right now. I mean, y'all tell me. To me, Fred Warner is the only great linebacker, like literally great linebacker. Everybody else is serviceable, but there are no great linebackers in the NFL right now outside of Fred Warner. So I think we got to get out of this mindset, and this is no slight to you, Wiley, but I think we got to get out of this mindset of trying to replace Luke Kuechly. We're never going to have another Luke Kuechly. That's never going to happen. It's only going to be one Luke Kuechly. The level that he played at, things he was able to do on defense, you're never going to see that again in Carolina, and probably not ever see that again on defense. But in the 3-4 scheme, you got to have multiple good linebackers that can play at a high level in athleticism. And y'all let me know if I'm lying.
Okay, then it needs to be either the linebacker or the safety that controls the defense. But we don't have either one. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right. So, in regards to the 3-4, I think the 3-4 can work because Chen will be dropping down in the box. So he's a sure tackler. He can run sideline to sideline. We have to surround our rookie quarterback with weapons, bro. We need to elude all necessary excuses as soon as possible, bro. Every excuse that you give have a rookie quarterback, they're trying to elude. They brought in a tight end, which is a safety blanket. They brought in veteran receivers, and now you need to get your young receiver, someone that you can groom. And what other better way to do it than bring them both in as rookies together, bro?
And then on top of that, Wally, one thing you forget, even without a true linebacker, the Panthers defenses have still been good. I mean, like we've had top 15 units the last 3 years. So I mean, I'm just saying that, granted, we ain't, the defense last year, it wasn't spectacular, but overall the defenses have been our strength of our team, man. And with Shaq there, with Frankie Louisville emerging, Brandon Smith is probably going to get a lot more playing in this scheme. Brian Burns is probably going to have his foot in the ground and his hand in the ground and stand up. And you still got Amari Barno there. I'm just saying, man, like, yes, we could definitely use an inside linebacker. But to me, at 39, if I got one of those top wide receivers staying at 39, a Jalen Hyatt, a Josh Downs, a Zay Flowers, like, if one of those guys is available, man, I'm getting a weapon for my quarterback.
I got you. All I'm saying is this, and you've been a defensive player, so you see it. How many times have you seen our defense out of position? It's because no one is putting them in position. They call in the play, they're running into the position they're supposed to go to, but no one's controlling the defense as the captain on the field.
I get what you're saying.
So Wally, I agree with you on that 100%. Now, but I think you also, Luke was really special at that, right? Because the dude studied film like crazy. So he knew when he'd be out there on the field, he was the captain. He could call out certain things that the offense was doing. Now, as far as finding another guy like that, as special as Luke, maybe we might find one at 39. But I can't say that. Luke was drafted in the first round. People forget that. We drafted him in the first round. So he was special coming out of Boston College when he came out. I mean, I think that we do need somebody out there that can get the guys in order, but that comes with somebody got to step up and take that role, right?
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, we can't put that on a rookie if we drafted at 39. Expect him to come in with a NFL and command that. I mean, it can be done, but most rookies, especially in the second round, ain't gonna get that respect unless they just like that.
One name that stands out that should take on that role, Von Bell, the safety that we just brought in.
Oh yeah, he a true veteran. He's been in the league. I mean, I think we also forgetting too who should have been took that role over who had Shaq Thompson.
Shaq Thompson.
You know what I'm saying? He played with Luke. He played with TD, right?
He lacks the instincts.
But that's what I'm saying. Why that proves my point. Luke had instinct. He was just a special linebacker. We can't assume that everyone, even if we draft one at 39, is gonna be like that, like Luke.
You mean the one that Luke is mentoring one, and Luke is our assistant coach now?
Right.
So take that guy.
So,
but again now, but while we all know,
if you're saying that, are you saying that whatever wide receiver who he's going to have to be like or replace, because we can't expect that wide receiver to come in here and be no DJ Moore either.
No, we're not. But that's not what we expected. Like what he said was saying,
are we expecting if we get a wide receiver?
But no, you said to be captain of the defense. Like you want someone that's the captain of the defense. Wide receiver don't have to be the captain of the offense. The quarterback's the captain of the offense. So that's two different positions. So meaning people saying wide receiver because of need, you saying we need somebody to be the captain of the defense. So we should draft a linebacker at 39. Wide receiver and line, that's way too different.
Yeah, I get you. I'm just saying, what's the expectation for a wide receiver to come in at 39? What are we expecting him to do? I'm not saying him being a captain. I'm just saying, Wally was saying about the linebacker, we need a linebacker, that could be a captain. I get that because, we're comparing Luke Kuechly, and which, we may never find. But I'm just saying, okay, if we get wide receiver, what are our expectations?
The wide receivers that have been taken, man, over the first and second round over the last 2 years have been pretty damn good at the next level. That's all I'm saying. I can't guarantee that, but I mean, if we go off of the last, 2 or 3 years, the first and second round wide receivers, man, have showed promise in the NFL.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying, guys. If we draft in that 39, regardless of who we take, we don't know what they're gonna turn out to be. I mean, we drafted Dante Jackson in the second round. We see what he turned out to be so far. So we can't use that second round like, oh, it's a guaranteed hit. So whoever you take, what you do as a team and a GM, you build your team. You try to build through the draft. Wherever you picking at, basically you go with your needs first. If not, you take the best available. So meaning whoever's there, whether we take a receiver, we don't know, a linebacker, edge, a lineman, whoever
Who
we
would you
need to
want?
build this team.
If you was the GM, who would you pick? What
I mean,
position?
honestly, I can't say that today because I had to see what was available at 39. If I'm looking at the draft board, again, I don't got it in front of me now, but I would basically look at the board and say, okay, we played out this scenario where our guys gone here at receiver. Let's just say that, for example. We had whoever, at receiver at 39. Boom, he gone. Okay, who's the next available? So we need cornerback, we need a linebacker, we need an edge. So, okay, I see this guy at Clemson. He rated, he got a first round grade, but he's still available. Boom.
Right.
Okay, I'm taking him. That's what I'm gonna get. Because that's
Gotcha.
gonna fill the need, and I'm taking the best available at the same time.
There you
So
go.
that's what I would do. That's what I would do. How I would approach it. So, but I'm with you though, man.
If we'd have did what you said, we wouldn't have had Luke.
You said we drafted Luke in first round when I first picked.
Yeah, but our need was defensive tackle, and we had the best available defensive tackle available. We didn't take him. We took Luke.
But see, but you now, Wiley, you do know what type of GM Dave Gettleman was. Come on now, let's not go there. Now we know he was the type of GM.
My bad. That was a low blow. My bad.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. Now we know why we took Luke there. And what he always drafted like that. Gettleman, he was known to draft the best available player at the position.
But it wasn't Gettleman. It was
Marty Herney.
Oh, Herney was when. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Luke. He's from the old regime. Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
it was Herney.
Herney.
But I'm just saying
Herney. I mean,
because Fletcher Cox was available, and Fletcher Cox had a damn good career.
Right,
and he was available.
Yeah,
we had a choice between him and Luke, and we took Luke. I'm just saying you have to look at your need and that's available, but you also have to look at because I'm looking at the next year too. Mm-hmm. I'm saying next year you got a better opportunity to get a good receiver versus a good linebacker.
I'm with you. I agree.
In the second round. Now you can get if you don't get your guy, your first round receiver in the beginning of the second round, go to the fourth round. Between the guys in the third and fourth round, there ain't no big difference between them and the guys you're gonna draft in the second round.
I agree because I'm still pulling.
I'm talking about receiver wise, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still pulling for Terrence Marshall. I like what we have on the roster currently. Now, can we improve it? Yes, but I like to see what Marshall can turn into now. This will be his third year?
Third year.
Okay, third year coming into Panthers. Got a new coaching staff. He not playing in the shadow of DJ Moore. So
he has a good quarterback.
Good quarterback now. So I'm curious to see. He showed some flashes last year. So I'm not, and I think we got to give him a chance, man, to see because they drafted him in the third, and which is high with a high pick to turn into a top guy. So we can't dismiss what we have.
Was he third or second round? I thought he was second round pick.
Was he second or third?
But third.
Wavez, go check that.
Who?
Marshall.
He was a second round pick.
Okay, so second round. So we just drafted in the second round a receiver 2 years ago. Right?
Yeah, he's young too.
Say that again.
And he's young, he's really young.
Right. Yep.
Like 22 years old.
Yeah, he's still young. Yeah. So we keep saying we want to take a receiver second round.
But Brandon Marshall was like 52 or 60 or something like that. He wasn't early second round.
Okay.
No, he wasn't early. But I also remember now, I keep bringing up Preston Williams. Williams
he's
was
a big
an
receiver.
Yeah. His tape in college was better than some of the guys coming out now. I'm just saying, just because he's not the guy that's on the draft board now, don't overlook it.
That's right.
But Wally, we have to blame that on who should not be named fault for Preston Williams not getting no shine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
Yeah.
but
This regime might see Preston Williams as, hey, okay, we got a secret weapon on the practice squad that ain't nobody even took him off the shelf and dust him off yet.
Right.
yes,
Right.
sir.
And listen, that's what we got
Mm-hmm.
to see this season, fellas. We got to look. I like what
Yes.
we got. I like what we got in the receiver room.
So, man, it was great conversation on that topic, man. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to move to the next one. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man, and pulled up on Midday Madness, man. We are an hour and 45 minutes into the live. Listen, if you're new to the channel, man, you haven't done so already, y'all hit that like button on this video, subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 800 subs, man. Again, the appreciation, the love, the support, man, that all the supporters, all the surfers out there have been showing. Thank y'all so much, man, from the bottom of my heart. Y'all really doesn't know what it means, man. Y'all helping your boy get to where he needs to be. Shout out to the panel, man, for always pulling up every other day. So we live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, except this week. Your boy going on vacation this week, man. So it's spring break here in the Carolinas. But make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We are on the road to 800 subs, trying to get to that 1,000 here, man. Hopefully by the end of May. Let's see if we can do that, man. So thank y'all for showing the support and love. Like I said, man, the shorts is going crazy. Want to thank everybody. Like I said, we're approaching 15,000 views on one short, man, on the channel, man. So thank y'all so much for that, man. The craziest thing that I've had since I've been content creating. So thank y'all again so much for that and that support. And everybody, man, that's been following Wavez, man, through this journey. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate it, man. Final 15 minutes of the show, man. We're going to get into this last topic here. Today's show is centered around bold predictions, and I want to hear this panel's bold predictions. Who is your breakout candidate on offense this year and your breakout candidate on defense this year, and why? Salute Super Bowl for that love, bro. Appreciate
All
you.
I take mine.
Yeah, go. So I'm going to go around the panel. Who your breakout candidate is on offense this year, breakout candidate on defense, and why. I want to hear a good argument, man. Good points from everybody. Let's go ahead and finish the show with a bang, man.
Now, before we get started, I got to ask. Now, are we talking about people that's already in the league, or potentially, the what we're gonna be drafting?
You can include whoever. It can be potential draft picks. It can be who currently on the roster, free agents that we brought in. Who do you think will be our potential and why? Breakout candidates.
Okay.
On the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball for the Carolina Panthers. Who are your breakout candidates? Way too early prediction. Breakout candidates for this season. While y'all thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and give mine. So on the offensive side of the ball is going to be Miles Sanders. I think Miles Sanders is going to have a huge year in Carolina this year. He's coming off of a 1,300, almost 1,300 season. Well, actually 1,500 yard a season, total yardage. He rushed for 1,200. Behind this offensive lineman, he's probably going to be an every down back here in Carolina. They're going to probably use him in a lot of different ways. Thomas Brown, I can see him getting creative. I can see Miles Sanders rushing, if he stays healthy, man, rushing for 1,000 yards this year here in Carolina. I think behind this offensive line, they're going to be able to create holes for him. He's an explosive runner, can get to the outside quickly, has the speed, man, to be able to take off an open field. And on top of that, man, Miles Sanders is actually a pretty decent-sized running back. From a height perspective, I think Miles Sanders is like 6'2". So, he's going to have a pretty good breakout year. He's my candidate on the offensive side of the ball. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I think Von Bell is going to step up big for Carolina. He's coming off a 4-interception season last year with the Cincinnati Bengals, has played in the big game, has been in the playoffs the last couple of years. Think he's going to be a mentor to this young secondary. And I see him, man, having a big year, having a ton of tackles. And I'm going to predict him to have at least 2 to 3 interceptions this season as well. So those are going to be my candidates for my breakout candidates for the Panthers this year. Miles Sanders on offense. Now, my second would be Hayden Hurst behind Miles Sanders. And on the defense side of the ball, my second breakout candidate behind Von Bell is probably going to be Jeremy Chin. I think Jeremy Chin, with him playing closer back to the line, he'll get back to what we saw more of his rookie year because he's able to get to the ball a lot faster. So Jeremy Chin, Von Bell on defense, offense, Miles Sanders, and Hayden Hurst.
Gotcha. No, those are pretty good. So this is who I'm gonna take. I'm gonna say offense, man. Terrence Marshall.
TMJ.
Like I just stated, man. I think he got all the tools to be a good receiver. I think he's gonna be used heavily in the offense this year. I think we're gonna see him, man, have a breakout year. I really like, he showed flashes last year. He's a big receiver. He can run. He can be used in the red zone. The dude got it all the tools to be a top receiver in this league, however we want to use him. So that's who I'm going with on offense. I think he'll have a breakout year. As far as defense, man, I think we'll see another breakout year with Chin. I think Chin, him going back to his initial role, and what Evero gonna use, how he gonna use him, like more so when he had that big rookie year. That's what they just recently did an interview about. He did an interview about that, and he's excited, man. I think he Rule moving him, strictly to safety. The last 2 years, his production has dropped. So I think coming into this season, he's gonna play that hybrid role, down in the box a lot, linebacker, moving him around closer to the line. Chin, I feel a big season coming for him, man. In this defense. So those are my two. Like I said, Terrence Marshall, and Chin are my two.
All right, I'm gonna jump in this jump real quick. I'm gonna get my defensive player first. You already know we gotta go with your boy Lou. Man, that man gonna come out shining,
Thank you.
man. He gonna come out and get 10 sacks for the year. You know what I mean? He's gonna really try to solidify that he's not only a linebacker, but he can also rush off the edge, because that's the position that he's gonna be put in. They got the spotlight on him. Everybody loves him. He brings the intensity. He's the heart of the defense. So yeah, I think he's gonna take off. And my bold prediction for real, is whatever quarterback we draft is gonna be the rookie of the year.
Woo-wee! I like that, boy. Rookie of the year. Okay, I love that. Go ahead, Wally.
All right, I'm gonna go with Brian Burns because everybody love to give him hate. So I think Brian Burns gonna have about 18, 19 sacks this year. People gonna see everybody else flying. They're gonna see everybody else flying around, but Burns is gonna have an opportunity to have to be 1-on-1 more often than not. Then on offense, I think it's gonna be Terrence, because I think he's gonna have the opportunity to actually get the balls, catchable balls thrown his way, and he's gonna take the top off. So that's my bold prediction. Now, the quarterback himself, he may be rookie of the year. You're right. I don't think that's that bold.
So you got the quarterback being the rookie of the year?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable because he's gonna be set up for success.
I agree.
How many rookies gonna come in a situation he's gonna come into?
That's facts. That's facts. He coming into a very experienced staff and weaponry. That's really what you need, and a decent offensive line. Listen, man, I think whatever quarterback the Panthers bring in, man, is going to have success. If it's Bryce Young, if it's CJ Stroud, either one of those, they all set up for success. And honestly, I can't wait to rookie mini camps. I'm excited for OTAs. I can't wait to see, man, what these rookies looking like, man, out there throwing the ball. I'm excited for OTAs, man. Rookie OTAs. I know veterans don't report till late, but I'm excited about that shit, man.
Hey, I'm just excited. So we ain't got to the color scheme yet, but I'm just saying I'm just excited to see him in the new uniforms, especially the first home game.
Yeah, we'll know what the Panthers uniform, if there are any drastic changes, which there was reported that there are no major changes to the actual uniform. They're not dropping the silver. They're just going to a darker blue. But it was also said and reported out there that we won't know for sure what the Panthers' ideas for a uniform is going to be until draft night. The quarterback that we draft first, he'll hold up what the new jersey will look like this year. Go ahead, CLT.
All right, man. So I got an uncommon prediction, man, but I'm I'm gonna go with a big fella, man. I think Brady Christensen gonna have a breakout year this year for offense, man. Coming since we drafted him, he's been versatile, put in many different slots. I think this year, my offensive line will be solidified. Last year, he had like an 86 pass blocking grade, which will tremendously help our rookie quarterback. This year, I want to see that run blocking grade go up, but with a true running back there, Miles Sanders, can help him bring that run blocking grade up. I think Brady Chris is gonna have a breakout year this season. And then on the defensive end, I want to say Brandon Smith gonna have a breakout year in the system that we're in. I think our defensive coordinator, I can't pronounce his name right, so I'm not even gonna say it. But I feel like he's gonna get the best. Vero is going to get the best out of Brandon Smith inside of the 3-4 defense. He's not going to be required to do a lot. He's fast, and we just got to be able to get him a little bit smarter. And I'm sure he can tackle. So I want to see him break out this year. Young talent.
Hey, man. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Those are hell of a candidates. One sneaky under the radar candidate too, man, is Ekwonu. That's a sneaky man. I think Ekwonu, man, he struggled early and he started to get more comfortable as the season went on, man. So I can't wait to see the jump that he makes in year 2. It's not easy transitioning, man, from tackle in college to the NFL. It's really not, man. That's one of the harder positions to transition to. I think the hardest transitional positions in the NFL, like from college, is corner and offensive line. Simply because offensive linemen, when you're in college, a lot of, edge rushers, they rely on their athleticism a lot. But in the NFL, you're about to go up against technicians, people that know how to place their hand at certain places to get you off of your spot. So I'm interested to see how he does, man. So listen, I love the picks that you guys have, there, and, for, breakout candidates. One thing that I will say too, man, about this upcoming season that really got me excited about, what we, kind of where we are as a team and what we've done this all season is this is the first all season where I feel like the Panthers have a clear vision going into the season. Like you can tell what we want to be, and that's a well-balanced team. We haven't seen a well-balanced Panthers team in a long time, meaning where we were able to run the ball, we were able to pass the ball, we were able to pass protect, we were able to run protect, play solid defense. I feel like this year is probably going to be the first year in a long ass time where we are a balanced football team where we can do everything well. Like we're not going to be like last year's team. Only thing we could do fucking good on offense was run the ball. If our running backs wasn't giving us 120 a clip each game, we probably lost it last season. Like I'm giving you 100% facts, right? If we were not able to run the ball last season, we were going to lose that game. It was proven. Every game that we won last season, we was able to run the ball well, right?
Mm-hmm.
This offensive line that we have, and I was saying this on the other show, Popping and Big Bro. Y'all got in late when I said this, but I said it on the last show. This offensive line, if he can stay together, Christensen, Bozeman, Ekwonu, Taylor Moton, if they can stay together, man, for the next couple of years, and the Panthers can find a way to keep these guys together because all of them are fairly young, this offensive line, man, has the potential to be like Dallas offensive lines in its primes. When Dallas had, all of those star talent on the offensive line for years to come. Because you got to remember, the Panthers finished last season, our offensive line ranked 5 in the whole NFL at the end of the season last year. It was the 5th best offensive line in the NFL last season. From PFF to all of the grades, it was number 5. That is a hellified jump, man, from where we've been prior season all the way to number 5. So the job that they did with putting these guys together up front, I feel very comfortable more than ever about being protected and whoever the young quarterback is going to be coming in, right? You've added veteran staff, which this staff is going to be more critical from not just the overall standpoint, but in-game adjustments. Something the Panthers have not been able to fucking do, even under Steve Wilkes. In-game adjustments are the most critical part about coaching a football game. My brother coach, I coach, granted it's Little League, but in-game adjustments, if you're not able to make the adjustments in-game and have acknowledgement of what's going on, situational football, right? Situational football was something that the Panthers have been struggling with ever since we've been on this streak of losing seasons. Making the right decisions and the right calls. Stop basing that shit. You can go off of analytics sometimes, and that's fine. But you got to be able to know what to do in certain situations. You know, if it's third and long, right? If it's third and long, and you know it's 1 minute left in the first half, and you got to get points on the board, man, before the half, field goal, touchdown. You can't be conservative, man. You got to make the right calls at the right times to put yourself in a situation to make plays. And I feel like even under Steve Wilkes last year, the Panthers made a lot of bad decisions in certain situations, you know, last year. So with having this experienced staff, Jim Caldwell as a senior advisor to the offense, Camping as a senior defensive assistant on the defensive side, having those guys in the moment, man, are going to be critical. Even with Frank Wright, he's a guy who played the quarterback position, a guy who's coached and had some success in the NFL, coached a lot of good quarterbacks. Having his experience, man, that shit is going to show up on game day. So we can talk about overall what it's going to do for the team, but I want to see what it's going to look like from the X's and O's in moment, in those games, those tough games where we fighting down to the end. Are we going to be as bad as of a third quarter team that we've been? I want to see the Panthers be able to come out and put up fucking points. That's why I have such a mindset on philosophy on offense this year, because the defensive side of the ball, we've been solid. Yes, there are some holes that we need to fill, but overall, the defense has been pretty damn good. That's been a strength of our team. I'm not really worried about the defense as much as the offensive side of the ball. We got to be able to go down and put up fucking points. I want to see the Panthers be able to average, man, 24 points or more a game. I want to see that consistently out of the Panthers this season, where we can go up and score points. And then if we get down, because there's going to be games, fella, let's keep it real. There's going to be games where shit ain't going our way. We're going to get down. But do we have the firepower to fight back? Is a question that I want to answer this year. If we get down, I think that what was the stat? The Panthers stat was that if we were down by 17 points or more in any game, it was a loss. That shit should not be the standard this year. You go be in some dog fights. You go get down early in some games. But can you make the plays that you need to make to get back into a fucking game, or is it going to be over as soon as we get down? And on the defensive side of the ball, can you make the plays to win the game? That if one thing that I will say about this defense that has pissed me off over the last couple of years about this defense is they will play solid overall, but will not show up and to make the plays that need to be made to win the game. Make the plays that need to be made to win the game, the big plays, the big stops. Get off the field. When the offense is struggling late in the game, can you get off the field late in the game, or you going to be wore down? And then on top of that, the last thing that I would say, our best players got to show up in big fucking moments, bro. Our best players got to show up in big moments. If we paying these guys, and we brought in Miles Sanders, we brought in Hayden Hurst, Adam Thielen, DJ Shark, Von Bell on defense, these defensive tackles to add this depth in the middle, these guys got to fucking show up, man. You got to show up. That was the shit that was pissing me off last year with the Panthers too, because I feel like our best players were not showing up in big moments. The good teams, the best players show up when they need to show up. The Kansas City Chiefs, you know why they won the Super Bowl? Because the best players showed up in big moments. The Chiefs ain't got no great defense, but they best players, Chris Jones, Frank Clark, those guys on the defensive side made plays that they needed to make to win the game. Travis Kelce made plays that he needed to make to win the game. Your big players got to be able to show up in big moments. If that can happen for the Panthers this year, if all of the stars can align and this shit works out the way it needs to work out, I see no reason, Panther Nation, why we should not be a competitive football team this year. I see no fucking reason why we should not be a competitive team this year. No reason. You've addressed what you needed to address. There's no excuses. We as Panther fans should not be sitting here in sorrow, heading into another fucking year in sorrow, like, damn. Y'all, as a pissed off fan, and as a fan, as I'm telling y'all right now, as of today, April 6th, this is the most optimistic I have ever been for Carolina heading into a season. Even our Super Bowl year, even in 2015, coming into that season, I did not think that we was going to make the Super Bowl. I thought that we was going to be good, but I did not think we was going to make the Super Bowl that year. It wasn't until as the season progressed, I started to realize that we were a Super Bowl competitive team. But this year, fellas, this season, this has to be the fucking year that the Panthers take off, man, and give their fans hope again. We need hope. The fan base needs hope. You got to give this team something to cheer about. I want to go. I want to go to games this year. I want to be wearing my damn jersey every fucking day at work. I want to show out. I want to come to these teams, man, and be celebratory. I want that feeling. This has to be it.
Okay, all right.
I'm dropping the mic on that.
I hear you. I'm just saying is, hey, all I want to do is be able to go to the bar over here and not get laughed at the whole time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm dropping my fucking mic, man. I've had enough, y'all. This team has caused me a lot of heartbreak, man. I probably have high blood pressure and all of that shit, man, because of these Panthers, bro. It's painful. It's painful to watch. I can't take another season of this shit, man. I've been watching this team, man. I'll be 32 years old this year. I've been watching this team ever since I was a jit. Me and my brother watching it ever since we was little. And, man, we done withstand some bad fucking seasons, man. And I'm going to tell you, too, and CLT might not remember this, but Big Bro can remember this, too. That Jimmy Clausen year, and Big Bro, you can speak on this. The Panthers were so fucking bad at one point in time, bro, they were blacking out games in Charlotte.
Yeah.
You remember that? A lot of people didn't believe me when I said that shit.
I was here for it. First of all, we didn't have enough people at the stadium to even show on TV.
The last platform, Big Bro said that I was lying about that shit. Mm-hmm. This was like that Jimmy Clausen year when we had Vinny Testaverde and we was terrible. They blacked out games in the home city in Charlotte.
Yeah, it was a couple games I remember.
Yep, I was here for it. Yep.
Yeah, it was a couple games that was blacked out. So yeah, I mean, it's listen, man, we've had some bad seasons here. Obviously, but what I can say, and I always get, I get flack for this, especially from Cowboys fans. When they try to bring up, Dallas fans always bring up, about what they did in the 90s. But, I always tell them this, though. I said, well, the Panthers have been to a Super Bowl since the last time y'all got there, right? And they get mad when they say that. Well, we won. I say, yeah, y'all won, but we've been to a Super Bowl twice since the last time that y'all been there.
2 of them, baby.
So meaning again, this still is considered a young franchise. We haven't been around like some of these other teams that's been in the league for years. So I mean, the fact that we've been to the Super Bowl twice, and we only been in the league since '94, man. I mean, yes, we had bad seasons, but that's pretty, good compared to some of these other teams that haven't been to a Super Bowl at all and been around longer. But I do have hope, and I do have optimism going forward. I think, like you stated, Waves, is that they do have a vision and a plan this year as far as where the Panthers want to be and going forward.
Mm-hmm.
They made the moves, they made the necessary hires, they made the moves, they've been aggressive in the draft. So I think that we're trying to right the ship, to say. And I think we're gonna do it, man. Again, I think it's gonna be I know it's gonna be a better season than last year overall. Just I'm talking about the feeling, the excitement, the excitement around this team, the city, with all the fans, wherever you are in the world, just to have a excitement back. 'Cause that's what we've been missing for the last, few years, man. When we went to the Super Bowl, Cam had the dab and them, the stuff, man. It was exciting. So I think we recognize, man, we gonna get that back, and this is the start of something great, in my opinion. That for this next era in Panthers football, man. So I'm telling everybody, get on board. If you're not on board, if you listen to the channel, get on board. I'm telling you, if you want to hop teams or switch teams, now is the time, fellas, because when we get to the promised land and win it this time, I don't want to hear those bandwagon talk. Oh, well, I always been a fan.
No.
No, hell
Okay, we're
no.
gonna tell
Stay
them.
y'all asses
We're
where
gonna tell.
y'all at.
No, we're gonna tell them stay over there.
Stay
Stay over
right.
there. Where you at? Right over
Don't
there.
jump
Talk
on
that shit,
board.
bro.
Don't jump on board. Hell
Motherfucker
no.
said now is the time to get on.
Yeah, that's why I said now the time, man. Now look, we got a new quarterback, new coaching staff. If you want to switch teams, now's the time to get on the bandwagon. Because 2-3 years from now, I'm telling you, don't talk about you always been a fan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So like y'all boys say, we're gonna tell them to stay over wherever they at. So
Yep.
so that's my take.
And
Yeah,
think
all
about
right,
it is from
final
a Dallas
words, Wiley.
perspective.
Final
Yeah.
words.
Hey, from a Dallas perspective, the last time Dallas won anything, excuse me, the last team that ended Dallas's run was us. And
That's right.
Dallas ain't been the same since.
Yeah. We if you remember, while the piggyback on that, we the one that made them draft Dak Prescott because we injured Tony Romo.
Yeah, we injured Tony, but also I'm talking about the Super Bowl run.
The
People,
Super Bowl, we in it. Yeah, we did. Yeah,
96.
that's right.
We put them all on stretchers, and
That's
they
right.
just had to leave the field because
Yes,
Jerry
sir.
Jones disrespected Charlotte. He said, "Charlotte, where's Charlotte? Do Charlotte got a team?"
Right.
Final words, CLT.
Man, I'm excited, man. Like you guys said, man, this is our time. I'm excited to see what we do at the quarterback position, man. I'm excited to see what we do with that second pick. Right now, the city has high hopes for the upcoming season. Can't say that much about basketball, so the fan base is riding with the Panthers, man. We waiting for something good, man. We need it. We desperate.
Hey, we're doing the right thing for basketball. We're trying to get that French guy.
Oh yeah, wave your mama. What's his name? Where your mama at? Victor,
I don't know
where
his name.
Victor, where your mama?
Man,
Yeah.
Hornets ain't gonna never be right until Jordan leaves.
Well, he about to sell the team.
He's selling the majority of it.
Yeah, but he need to get out. He need to go.
Yeah.
Popping last words, bro.
Man, my last word is just keep pounding. That's it.
Keep pounding, baby. Hey, look, man, it's been a hell of a show today, man. Appreciate y'all boys coming up, man, and giving y'all. We had a hell of a topics that we talked about, man, here on Midday Madness. Y'all, we will be live again, man, Monday at 12 noon. Make sure y'all pull up. Listen, if you're new to the channel, man, you loving this content, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, man. Listen, on the road to 1K. Y'all help your boy get there, man. Listen, the love and support, man, that y'all been showing the channel has been crazy. Thank y'all so much for it, man. We got more content, more things that we're going to be bringing out for y'all. More great Carolina Panther topics and content, and crazy to talk about it. Hey, look, listen, just like these Carolina Panthers, man, y'all better hop on this wave, boy, before it hit shortcut. Listen, we taking off over here. Life is just a wave podcast, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you, Wally. Appreciate you, big bro. Popping, you always welcome over here on the channel. CLT, much love, bro. Final word, beginner said, CJ Stroud. Hey, look, it's going to be CJ Stroud, man. It's gonna be CJ Stroud. That's my final word, man. I really feel like it's gonna be CJ Stroud, man. I just see it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Bryce, but I got a feeling it's gonna be CJ Stroud, man. But on that note, man, hey, thank y'all so much for the channel. Shout out to everybody, man. Hell of a show today, fellas. Until next time, fellas, y'all be easy.
All right, y'all boys be good.